Thanks for being here. I'm delighted to be here. We're only doing one of these kind of things for this record, and it's only because we don't have time to do any more. And we thought this is the best place to do it because we've always had really good gigs in this store. So I learned this song for a friend of mine's wedding a few years ago. She was getting married and wanted me to sing this Bruce Springsteen song, which I was very happy to learn. And in fact, it was kind of a deeper eye into everything else he was doing, a deeper sort of insight than I already had. But anyway, I learned the song, and I was recording some songs with Joe Henry a couple of years ago in a studio, and he had these kind of heavyweight sort of jazzer guys and playing on the record, and as a kind of a breaker of the ice, I recorded this song purely as a kind of a, I don't know what else to play for you, so I played this song, and we recorded it, and I never really thought any more about it. And I was on tour with Eddie Vedder when we heard about Clarence Clemons passing away, and I remembered that I had recorded the song, and Jake was in town, and Eddie suggested that we stick some vocals on the recording that we already had done. So that's kind of how it came about, and then we decided to put it out and give the money to Little Kids Rock, Clarence Clemons' favourite charity. So there's the story of how this record came to be. And so this is a Bruce Springsteen song. When I lost you, honey, sometimes I think I lost my guts too. And I wish that God would send me a word, send me something I'm afraid to lose. Lying in the heat of the night, like prisoners all our lives. Well, I get shivers down my spine, girl, and all I wanna do is hold you tight. Maybe you'll kill that reverb, it's not a great one. Baby, 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 I swear I'd drive all night again just to buy you some shoes and a taste of your tender charms. And I just wanna sleep tonight again in your arms. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Well, tonight there's fallen angels, and they're waiting for us down in the street. And tonight there's calling strangers, hear them crying in the field. Let me turn it on again, but it's maybe less than it was. Let them go. Let them go, let them go, do their dances of the dead. Let them go right ahead, girl, and dry your eyes. And come on, come on, come on, come on, let's go to bed, babe. Baby, 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 I swear I'd drive all night again just to buy you some shoes and a taste of your tender charm. And I just wanna sleep tonight again fires waiting at the edge of town. Well, they're out there for hire, but baby, they can't hurt us now. 'Cause you got my love, girl. You got my love, girl. Through the wind, through the rain, the snow, the wind, the rain, you got my love. Oh girl, you got my love. You got my love. Oh girl, you got my love. You got my love. Oh girl, you got my love. Heart and soul. Heart and soul. Heart and soul. Heart and soul. Baby, don't cry now. Baby, don't cry now. So myself and Eddie and Jake sang this song together at the Tower Theatre in Philadelphia, which is where we were on that night on the tour. And Jake was wearing his uncle's boots and he was playing his uncle's saxophone. And there was something otherworldly in his presence. I had known Jake for a few years, but I'd never seen him walk on a stage like that, and it just felt like he had something had transformed in him, and it was kind of an extraordinary thing. And then in last August, we had the great fortune of playing with Bruce, which is unusual because I don't think Bruce has many opening acts, but we got on the bill and I got to speak to him for a little bit, and he said, "Do you want to sing a song?" So I got to sing this song with him. So it's kind of a strange coincidence that this record was coming out anyway, and it's kind of a perfect way to introduce it in a way. So I'm very honored to be. Anyway. Baby, don't cry now. And of all the money that e'er I spent it in good company. And of all the harm that e'er I've done, alas, it was to none but me. And for all I've done, for want of wit, to memory now I can't recall. So fill to me the parting glass. Good night and joy be with you all. I remember now that Jake also told us that night in Philadelphia when we sang this song, that he also told us that it was Clarence's favorite Bruce song, which again, we didn't know. I'm telling you all of this, I'm not exactly sure why. And of all the comrades that e'er I had, who You might be sorry for my going away, and to all the sweethearts that e'er I've loved, who would bid me one more day to stay. And as it falls upon my lot that I should rise and you should not, so raise to me the parting glass. Good night and joy be with you all. Good night and joy be with you all. Lover, you've been hesitating, you've been hanging on for that sign too long. And lover, you've been leaving me waiting, and I don't know why or what it is I've done. And lover, don't leave me guessing. Oh, lover, don't you leave me here. Show yourself to me. The time you've been racing, well, you've been running out on me. And times you've been talking, well, you've been saying what you really mean, what you mean. And lover, don't leave me waiting. Oh, lover, don't you leave me here. Show yourself to me. Show yourself. La 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 la. Na 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 na. Hey now, where's your love gone? Show me where it is. Show me what we've done wrong. And Lord, don't leave me guessing. Oh, lover, don't you leave me here. And Lord, don't leave me guessing. Oh, lover, don't you leave me here. Show yourself, show yourself. Show a little bit of yourself to me. last 18 months with Rhythm and Repose, and we finished in Dublin 2 nights ago, and I must confess that I'm a bit of a shell of myself here, but I'm do what I can.
They're great.
Does it sound alright? Good, good. Falling apart here. Alright. This is a song called Pennies in the Fountain, and it's on this record. And the reason I put it on is because I sang this song. It was a new song when I sang it on the Eddie Vedder tour, and it was every night it was mistaken. People thought I was singing Panties in the Fountain. Maybe it's because of the accent or whatever, but people were like, yeah, sing that Panties in the Fountain song. I just thought, panties. I don't think it's a word. I don't think anyone in this room even uses it. No, I don't. So just bear that in mind when you hear me sing the word pennies. The only way to hold on to this love is with an open hand. You told me that the first day we met, I didn't understand. And through the crossbeams whispers were heard, undoing in every line. And in the fall you flew, little bird. You got out just in time. We laid long in the tall grass. We loved for the joy of love itself. Threw our pennies in the fountain, and we wished for nothing else. We wished for nothing else. It takes quite a different meaning when you beneath the broad beam boughs your love changed, a slow coming apart. But you moved on and I stayed the same. I was trailing from the start. We laid long in the tall grass. We loved for the joy of love itself. We threw our pennies in the fountain, and we wished for nothing else. And we wished for nothing else. We laid long in the tall grass. We loved for the joy of love itself. We threw our pennies in the fountain, and we wished for nothing else. And we wished for nothing else. written kind of around this time of year, many years ago. I was working in the supermarket pushing shopping trolleys back to ladies' cars. It's a good job. And I was telling the ladies how I was going to buy my girlfriend a grave for Christmas. Because my girlfriend was a goth. Yeah. And I figured a grave would be a wonderful expression of my undying. But I figured she'd dig the idea that I wanted to ask her a question that was more than will you marry me. So I thought, well, she's a goth, and I figured I'd ask her would she be buried next to me. And so I went to the graveyard and I spoke to the man at the cemetery, and I got a good price on Christmas Eve. He had the hole dug for me, and I went and I put some Bowie posters down in it and a couple of candles, and it was kind of a beautiful. I guess it was done with a tractor. They had just started doing it with tractors at the time, but it was a very neat hole. Quite difficult to climb out of after I put all the posters in there. But I got out, changed my clothes, and went to her place after dinner and asked her did she want to come down to the graveyard with me for a walk. Of course, this appealed totally to her. And so, took her down, and I got down in the hole and asked her would she be buried beside me one day, and she was very moved, and it worked. It was good, but her parents didn't take it as well. Her parents wouldn't let her talk to me for a few weeks, and then she met someone else. But I know.
I got RIP.
Yeah. That's all good. She had all these brothers. It's a good story to tell in Derry. Wow, you're doing the Movember, aren't you? She had all these brothers. We lived in Ballymun, and Ballymun's I guess a suburb of Dublin. But she had all these brothers, and they were all the same age. And they were all from the north. It never occurred to me that this was odd, because I guess I was at an age where I didn't really think about how old your brothers would be. They were just all older than me, which made them ancient. But I remember one night lying on her bed with my hand probably just above her rib cage for the first time, and you know how the tension of that moment, and all of her brothers broke into the room, kicked up the floorboards, and pulled lots of guns out all around the bed, and disappeared from the house. And I began to put two and two together. My girlfriend was also from the north, and her family were from the north, and there was lots of harps, and do you remember those velvet paintings with the nails and the golden thread? There was lots of butterflies and lots of Saoirse logos, and I remember kind of going, yeah. And then they ripped up my jacket and they cut it up into little pieces and said, you ever tell anyone you ever saw that, we'll fucking kill you. So I'm telling you. Of course, I won't tell you their names. But it was definitely an eye-opener for me at 15. So this song was kind of part of a gift and part of an apology later on. I will write you letters that explain the way I'm feeling now. I will return to you what I have taken long before. I will return again when it gets dark and day is done, and lay me down in the hallowed ground, down by your side I will stay. If you lay me down, lay me down. And if you wanna stay with me, then let me know before it's light. I will recoil myself into the black and darkest night. If you lay me down in the hallowed ground, where my Father waits, I will stay. So lay me down. That chord is there because she's a goth. I wanted to appeal. Will you lay me down in the hallowed ground, down by your side I will stay. If you lay me down. Wow, there you go, look at that. And now I know what I'll play next. Here, back, down a long and strange track, I chose the long road that leads me out to God knows. So I can't stop right now. Even the good stars can fall from grace and falter, lose their faith and slide. But I can't get an ocean that's deep enough for my day. It's the first of the ascension. It's a sad way. We've flown after the storm, and her last words, well, I was only thinking of you. In my golden days, I'll be your slave. Now it's time to sound your voice and capture what you're after. My ship was sold right up the river, but I'm not going down here. This journey isn't over. It's a long way to the house of Pete's cat I'll go. And her last words, I was always thinking of you. In my golden days, I'll be your slave. I shall eclipse you. Even the good stars can fall fall from grace and falter like lapdogs that shroud in mystery. And her last words were, I'll see you down in history. It's the only way that we